Is being a great investor innate or something that can be taught or learned through discipline?
I think like everything else, there's elements of both. You can't teach curiosity. Like that, I think, is something that's innate. And if you're not curious, it's hard to become a great investor. Work ethic is also pretty innate. If you think about like what it takes to be a good investor, there's 4 paths at the job. Like there's sourcing good deals, there's telling good from great, there's winning competitive deals, and there's helping the companies after you invest. And sourcing good deals at the end of the day is about, it's a little bit like getting a sales job, like more activity, it brings more top of funnel brings more bottom of funnel.
Yeah.
And so that is about work ethic. You just have to go out and like meet a lot of companies. If you're just sitting there waiting for companies to come to you, there's a selection bias there. People talk about networks as being like a way to get deal flow, and I think they're really important. But the thing is, all networks are finite. If you work at Coinbase, and you've got a great networks with the Coinbase folks, but there's only so many people that worked at Coinbase. And so over time, you will eventually reach the end of network, right? And so then so it may be that you can push off the work part for some period of time, but if you want to have longevity in the business, you just have to go meet more people. And there's lots of ways to do that, and depends on your personality, right? You can use different tactics for that. It might be that you like to go to demo days, or it might be that you obsessively read the tech press and reach out to every company that sounds interesting, or it might be you tend to get obsessive about research. You like go down these rabbit holes for new areas, and through the research, you turn up companies that are interesting to you. And so you do outreach to them. So there's lots of different ways, but they all come down to a lot of activity. I think those 2 are elements that are somewhat innate. And then the second part of being successful is this telling good from great. Telling good from bad isn't that hard, right? If you're smart enough, if you're curious enough, if you're empathetic enough, if you're quantitative enough, you can tell good from bad. And all of those things, it's hard to become more. There's some degree that you can move up and down, but like a lot of that stuff is innate. Telling good from great just takes reps. Like if we were looking to invest in 1 in 1,000 company, you better have met thousands of companies to be able to know what a 1 in 1,000 company looks like. If you've only met 10 companies, all you can say is that this is the best company I've ever seen. It's top 10%. If you met 100 companies, this is the best company I've ever seen. It's top 1%. But only after you've met thousands of companies can you say this company's top